I'm a bit trembly. I'm earthing after this wild, beautiful bath. So this last night I had that download about as above, so below, and we must be as reverent of what is above us as we are of what's below. And in this tonight's experience, oh God, there was so much. So I first, which was beautiful, and I first 3 times, and then I did the do re mi with my fingers on the chakra, doing it all. And I put the chakras underwater as I was doing it, and it amplifies the sound tremendously. But between doing my 3 and then going into do re mi, the water filled with sound. The most beautiful, it was a tinkling ring in the water, and it went on for ages. I mean, ears ringing, obviously, you're under the water, but the way it amplifies the sound and it reverberates through your whole body is so beautiful. Anyway, so the sound was happening, and then I did the do re mi and listened between for the change in timbre, and it was changing timbre with each successive move up the scale. And then as I was going, I was also just really deeply feeling into my body and starting to cry, like the wisdom of this body. Like I held my perineum and I cried for the things that part of my body had done for me, birthed babies and pooped and just survived. And I saw it as a mushroom, like an earthing thing. And I realized my tailbone was earthing me to the earth, and I had to be thankful for it. I moved into my sacrum and was thankful for my tailbone, and that feeling of being earthed, and then coming into like feeling like my pelvis that held those babies. How beautiful that was. And then I came further up into and it was also about sexuality and sex with Steve, and just all of the romance that I'd had in my life. It was quite amazing that was in my sacrum. And then it came up into solar plexus, and then I really just had a big chunk. Cried and cried, because it was like thinking about all the times that I had ignored my intuition, and the times that I had gone through pain, and how much I'd learned from the pain, and how the solar plexus is a web, a matrix of holding messages throughout your body to alert you to danger, but also how much wisdom that holds. And then I just had this epiphany about how much wisdom is sitting in the perineum, how much wisdom is in the sacrum, how much wisdom is in the solar plexus and in the heart. And then I just went up the whole body, just talking about the wisdom of each thing, and I thanked each thing for its wisdom and its gift. And the wisdom of how the throat is supposed to express all of it. It's supposed to talk not just to the things that happen from the solar plexus up, which is what we do, but to love and be divinely connected to the wisdom of the sacrum and the wisdom of the root. Just a really beautiful message about that. And then how that's yin energy. So this morning I watched a video on Qigong master who could levitate people and heal them with his hands, and he said he taps into his yin energy. That's what he's using, and he has electricity in just in his sacral chakra on the front of his body. It's quite incredible, and he can shock people with them. And I thought about that, how that wisdom is in his body, and that's yin energy, and we don't celebrate the yin energy. And then the other thing was how all of the traumas of my life and all the pain, oh God, I had huge chunks, huge cries about how beautiful my life is, and how happy I am, and how incredibly grateful I am to this body for giving me this vehicle to live this life, and how wonderful it's been, and how strong it's been, and just this absolute gratefulness for this material reality and how wildly beautiful it is, and how important it is, and how important it is to celebrate the body that brought you this experience, because that's how you're having it, in this body, and to celebrate it. And I'd also been doing lots of self-care in the past. I'd been doing my back exercises and strengthening my stretching my hamstrings, and really feeling into that, and feeling it as I was doing my chakra work as well, like just celebrating it, and promising myself that I will oil myself and anoint myself. God, then I scraped all the skin off my body. I did an exfoliation, and then as I was exfoliating, I was removing old layers, and then I was coming back in with the oil and anointing my body and nourishing it, promising myself to take care of it, and loving myself for taking care of my body. The last since I came out of hospital, I've really invested in my body. I've taken time to love it and nurture it and anoint it and tell it it's beautiful, just that was so lovely. Then there was also this amazing experience of I was in my solar plexus, and when I was thinking of ideas, because there's lots of creativity in your solar plexus, And I was like, and I can talk about this on Instagram. And then instantly it kind of dampened the download that I was getting. It really felt like I was being opportunistic. Oh, why do you want to speak about this private thing on Instagram? When I got up to throat, I realized that throat is supposed to talk about this because I'm doing this in service. I'm not bringing out my cards into the world so that I can make lots of money. I mean, that would be fantastic. Yes, please. That's more, please. I'd love that. But it's really because it's the work that I'm here to do, to bring the goddesses into the world and to bring my work into the world. And then I had this beautiful epiphany about my other two books, my novels, and how I've treated them as though they were purely carbon reality, not important, just novels, just fiction, just comedy. There's no soul in there, there's no spirit. And then I realized I need to talk about the redemption in the book because that's the message of the book. It is deeply yin, it is deeply shadow. It's talking about our shadows and the stories we live in and live out in this world, and how to attach meaning to those two because they're important. Everything is important. Everything is important. It's part of the yin and the yang. It's so beautiful. Oh God, there was a whole lot of forgiveness of self about things that I've done where I've been the bad person in other people's stories, and I have been. And to forgive myself for those because I've had bad things happen to me and I've done bad things. That is yin, that is yang. You have to accept those things. Oh, just so much. I don't even know how to process this. I had a whole, like a massive, wild yin body download tonight. Whew, what a beautiful, beautiful thing. God, just the tears for this life and how grateful, and all the people in it, including the people that have fucked me over. Grateful for you guys. You've taught me so much. You've given me things to survive and experiences to have, and for the people that I've fucked over, I'm sorry I did that to you, and I hope you've been able to glean beautiful lessons out of them, that for the times I've been mean or catty or bitchy or just people that I might have wronged intentionally or unintentionally. I love you and I'm sorry and I forgive you and please forgive me, and I hope you learned something from those experiences. And to those people who have been that catalyst for me, wow guys, I'm grateful for you. Thank you.